Hello there, my beautiful regal Leo souls, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. I am your guide on this magnificent journey, and today, my friends, we are standing on the precipice of a truly profound revelation. There is a stirring in the cosmic winds, a shift in the celestial light, and it is all converging directly upon you. Can you feel it? That subtle, yet unmistakable hum of truth beginning to resonate in the very core of your being. Because, dear Leo, the masks are finally coming down. On the grand stage of your life, the curtain is being pulled back, and the spotlight of truth is about to illuminate everything that was once hidden in the shadows. We're talking about those smiles that never quite reached the eyes, those words of praise that carried a strange, hollow echo. You sensed it all, didn't you? Your magnificent, lion-hearted intuition has been whispering and sometimes roaring that something was not as it seemed. And now the universe is stepping forward to validate every single feeling, every quiet suspicion you've ever had. If this is already resonating deep within your radiant soul, if you're feeling that jolt of recognition, then let's begin this journey together with a powerful intention. If you haven't already, please do press that subscribe button to become a part of our Cosmic Wisdom community, so you never miss these life-altering cosmic updates tailored just for you. And in the comments below, let's create a wave of empowerment that ripples out into the universe. Let me know you're ready to receive this truth by typing, "Who is the one person you trust?" with your whole heart. Share their name below. Let's fill that space with our collective power and begin this transformative journey together. All right, my magnificent Leos, let's dive right into the heart of this matter. For so long, there has been a quiet, persistent feeling stirring within your soul, hasn't there? It's a feeling that perhaps no one else could confirm, but you. You always knew. You, with your heart of gold and your spirit as bright as the sun itself, have always had an innate ability to sense the truth. Maybe it manifested as a sudden chill you felt in a room that was otherwise warm. Perhaps it was in the way someone you trusted would subtly divert their gaze at a critical moment, or the way a compliment felt more like a carefully crafted arrow than a genuine offering of kindness. There was an unease, a dissonance between the performance you were being shown and the energetic reality your soul was picking up on. And in those moments, how many times did you turn inward and ask yourself, am I being too dramatic? Am I just overthinking this? Maybe I'm the one who is too sensitive. You may have even blamed yourself, my dear Leo. You, the generous ruler of your own kingdom, may have chastised your own heart for not being able to simply let it go, for not being able to pretend you didn't see the subtle cracks in the facade. You tried to use logic to soothe the trembling of your intuition, but your spirit, your inner sun, kept whispering, "Be aware. Something is not right here." Let me tell you, with all the certainty of the cosmos, you are not crazy. You are not paranoid. You are simply a child of the sun, and it is your very nature to illuminate all that you see. You were chosen by your very essence to perceive the truth long before it became visible to the naked eye. And today, the universe is leaning in close and whispering directly into your ear, the performance is over. The masks have fallen. Everything that was meticulously hidden is now being dragged into the light, and you don't have to lift a single finger. Why? Because the radiant, undeniable light that emanates from your very being is potent enough to burn away every layer of falsehood. In many spiritual traditions, this is known as sacred clarity or divine discernment. It's that profound state of being awake and aware in each moment. You don't require external proof because your heart already holds the truth. You don't need a committee to validate your feelings because you are born with a divine compass, a silent, powerful knowing that is a gift bestowed upon souls who carry the vibration of leadership and authenticity. They may have once called you too much, too loud, or too needy for attention. But let's reframe that, shall we? The truth is, your light was simply too brilliant for their shadows. Your authentic joy was a mirror that reflected their own insecurities, and they couldn't bear to look. They smiled while you were pouring your heart out. They called you dramatic while your soul was simply reacting to a breach of loyalty. They tried to make you doubt the very core of who you are, suggesting that you should perhaps dim your own light to make them feel more comfortable, that you should grow up and become numb to the world. But a Leo's heart doesn't know how to close. A lion's spirit was not born to look away from the truth. You were born to see, to lead, and to be a beacon of what is real and true. And now, your eyes are no longer pleading to be believed. Oh no. Now they are a powerful mirror reflecting back to them everything they worked so desperately to conceal. You don't need to roar to be heard, because truth doesn't require volume. It only requires light. And your inner light, my dear friend, is quietly, powerfully turning every single mask to ash. You may never get that heartfelt apology you deserve. They might continue on with their lives pretending they did nothing wrong. But you no longer need their validation, because a power far greater than them has already confirmed what you've always known. You were right. From the very first moment your royal spirit felt that tremor of unease, you were right. And that is a profound gift. Not everyone is chosen to feel with such intensity, and even fewer are brave enough to trust that feeling when the entire world is trying to convince them they're wrong. So if everything you felt was true, if the great unveiling is happening exactly as your soul has been warning you, the real question becomes, what was truly hiding beneath those masks? Was it simply a little white lie, or was it something far deeper? A calculated manipulation, a carefully concealed scheme, a burning jealousy that never dared to speak its name. Perhaps what they were hiding most desperately wasn't what they did, but what you are. They weren't just afraid of your actions. They were terrified of your very existence, of the effortless way you shine. Your light not only reveals their darkness, my friends, it also awakens an ancient truth, the truth that a soul aligned with the sun holds an unshakable power. There were things you consciously tried to overlook, weren't there? Because you, dear Leo, are not a soul who clings to resentment. Your heart is vast and forgiving. You are a natural leader, a healer, a source of warmth, not someone who keeps a meticulous scorecard of wrongs. You probably told yourself, oh, maybe they didn't mean it that way, or perhaps it was just a misunderstanding. You gave them the benefit of the doubt, time and time again. But do you remember those moments? Those times you suddenly felt your energy plummet for no apparent reason, as if a tap had been turned on and your life force was just draining away. The nights you woke up with a jolt, your heart pounding, feeling an energetic attack even though you were physically safe in your bed. The times you thought you were in a space of love and trust, but deep down, a primal instinct, your inner lion, was growling softly, whispering, "Be careful. This territory is not safe." No one else heard that growl, only you. And now, at long last, you understand. You were never weak. You were never imagining things. You had unknowingly granted access to your kingdom, to those who were masters of deception, and your soul, your loyal guardian, was sounding the alarm bells, even when your conscious mind desperately wanted to believe in the good in them. There were those who once smiled at you as if you were the center of their universe. Souls who spoke your name with such apparent affection only to turn around and quietly poison the very ground you walked on with their envy and their lies. You forgave them, didn't you? You might have even prayed for them, thinking they must be hurting inside. You thought that if you were just generous enough, patient enough, if you just shone your light on them a little brighter, they would eventually change. But in the end, all that was left was you, exhausted, confused, and silenced, wondering what on earth you could have possibly done wrong to deserve such betrayal. My dear, magnificent Leo, the truth is, you did absolutely nothing wrong. It is simply that your light, your natural radiance and confidence was too powerful for them to endure. Your very presence illuminated the darkness and lack they felt within themselves, the parts of them they tried so desperately to deny. And so they attacked you. They tried to diminish you with their words, to drain you with their energy, and to silently wish for your downfall, all in a desperate attempt to feel taller in your shadow. But the universe has an unshakable law, a law of reflection. It's like a cosmic mirror. The energy one puts out is the energy that is reflected back. You don't need to lift a finger because the cosmic audit has already begun. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is now balancing the scales. That truth is now unfolding before your very eyes. Every false word they spoke behind your back has now become a defining label for their own character. Every manipulative scheme they designed to trap you or trip you up has now become a snare for their own journey. This isn't happening because you wished for it or because you begged for justice. It is happening because the cosmos witnessed your pure heart and your generous spirit, and the universe does not remain silent in the face of such imbalance. You once roared in frustration and pain in the privacy of your own space. You once wrote down your dreams and goals only to have them mocked or dismissed by those you trusted. You once looked in the mirror and asked, "What is wrong with me?" You swallowed your tears and your righteous anger just to keep the peace, just so no one else would feel uncomfortable with your magnificent power. But the universe saw it all, every jealous glance, every forced smile that dripped with manipulation, every single act of betrayal. You do not need revenge, Leo. Your greatest revenge is to simply stand in your light, to thrive, to succeed, and to let the divine handle the cosmic rebalancing. They may still be smiling, pretending that nothing ever happened, but you no longer have to care because the judgment has already begun. And this judgment comes not from a place of hatred, but from a place of pure, unadulterated truth. Forgive them, not because they have earned it, but because your royal heart deserves peace. You no longer need to wear the mask of niceness just to be accepted. You no longer need to silence your roar to maintain a false peace. You are no longer required to pretend you're okay just to soothe the insecurities of others. It is time for you to step out of this exhausting loop of pretense. It is time for you to lift your crowned head high and declare to the universe, I have seen the truth, and I will not pretend anymore. Know this, my friend, every tear of betrayal you have ever shed is now being returned to you in the form of blessings multiplied exponentially. The return doesn't come from those who hurt you. It comes from the divine. The universe itself is rewriting your story, not with apologies from the unworthy, but with miracles that no one can deny. Everything that was stolen from your kingdom is now making its way back to you, not in its old tarnished form, but in a new shape, grander, brighter, and holier than before. And you will know when it begins. You'll feel a subtle shift, a door of opportunity creaking open, an unexpected message from a long-lost ally. That is your sign. The sign that the cosmos has spoken, and it has said, enough. It is now moving mountains on your behalf. You once sat in the stillness of an afternoon, and you felt it. It wasn't the sound of a door closing, but a sensation. The feeling of something precious leaving your life without so much as a goodbye. Perhaps it was a creative project that fizzled out, a leadership opportunity that was given to someone less deserving, or a dream that once made your lion heart race with excitement every time you thought of it. And in that moment of loss, you blamed yourself, didn't you? You asked, was I not good enough? If only I had been more strategic, less trusting. And slowly you started to believe that some part of you was unworthy of the throne you so desired. Dear Leo, if you are hearing these words, I want you to take a deep, centering breath. Close your eyes for just a moment and remember something you lost, something that mattered so much you thought, if I lose this, a part of me will die. But you didn't, did you? You survived. You are still here, shining even if your heart has known seasons of rain. Because here is the profound cosmic truth. No one can take anything from you that is truly divinely yours. What was once seemingly stolen or lost was never truly gone. It was simply being held in a cosmic escrow, kept safe by the universe, waiting for the stronger, wiser, more powerful version of you to be ready to claim it. You once stood before doors that were slammed shut in your face, and your pride was deeply wounded. You quietly walked away from stages where you had poured your entire heart and soul, only to be met with a chilling silence. You watched as the insincere and the manipulative were celebrated, and you felt that deep, aching pain of believing, maybe the universe has forgotten about me. But here is what you didn't know. The universe never withholds to punish you, Leo. It withholds to protect you. You are a sacred soul, a king, a queen destined for a magnificent throne, and a sacred ruler cannot carry the weight of a divine crown with a fragile spirit. So the universe, in its infinite wisdom, allowed for the delays, the detours, and the betrayals, not as punishments, but as a sacred training ground. It was forging you in fire, strengthening your spine, sharpening your wisdom, so that when your moment of coronation arrived, you would be absolutely ready to rule. God doesn't let things come to you easily because He knows the magnitude of the destiny you carry. You don't need to beg for love. You don't need to plead for a second chance. You don't need to roar to be seen. You were born to receive. You are a child of the sun, and the sun never chases. It simply shines, and the world is drawn to its warmth and power. What was once taken from you is not going to return in its old familiar form. Oh no. It is coming back as something divine, something new, something untouchable by those who are not worthy. And how miraculous is it that the very doors that were once slammed in your face are now beginning to creak open again, not because you are knocking louder, but because the universe itself has intervened. God has not forgotten you. He never forgets. Every time you cried in private, your pride not allowing you to show your pain to the world. Every dream you scribbled in a journal that no one else believed in. Every time you graciously stepped back so someone less deserving could have a moment in the spotlight, it has all been recorded. It's all been entered into a sacred cosmic ledger where not a single detail is ever missed. And then just when you stop searching, just when you learn how to be your own source of light, just when you no longer need external validation to feel whole, the door swings wide open. A powerful ally returns. An opportunity you thought was gone forever reappears in a new, more magnificent form. A dream you believed was just a fantasy suddenly becomes your tangible reality. Dear Leo, place your hand over your heart. Can you feel it? That is the call of your true destiny. It is not a desperate plea. It is a powerful royal whisper reminding you that you have not been forgotten. Are you ready to receive again, not through struggle, but through divine grace? The most miraculous thing of all is not about wealth or fame. It's about the return of respect, the restoration of honor, and perhaps the return of someone you never expected to see again. But this time, they are not returning with empty promises. They are returning with a changed heart and with eyes that can finally see your true worth. My dear magnificent Leo, you have journeyed through the shadows and faced the fire of betrayal, and you have never once allowed your inner light to be extinguished. It is not that you are too sensitive, and it is certainly not that you are hopelessly dramatic. You are simply a soul who sees beyond the veils, who feels the truth before it is spoken, and who loves with a heart so vast and generous that the world is still learning how to honor it. Every lie has now crumbled into dust. Every mask has cracked under the pressure of your radiant truth. And you, the one who was once rejected, misunderstood, and perhaps even abandoned you, now stand as a living testament to the unwavering justice of the universe. You never needed to change who you were to be loved. You are the sacred essence of love, leadership, and light And now true love and true honor are finding their way back to you. If your eyes have reached these final words, it means you have survived the most difficult part of your trial. And what comes next is not just a recovery, it is a resurrection. It is your cosmic coronation. Thank you for not giving up on your beautiful, generous heart. Thank you for continuing to shine your light, even on your darkest days when it felt like no one could see it. May your eyes now know peace. May your magnificent heart stay warm and full. And may your path forward be lined with quiet miracles and overt triumphs, because the universe has seen it all and its timing is always perfect. If these words have touched your soul today, please leave a message for yourself in the comments as a promise, a royal decree to your own spirit. Something like, "This time I return not with hope, but with sovereign faith." Let us know what part of this journey resonated the most deeply with you. Your story is a source of strength for us all. Thank you for being here with me today, for allowing me to be a part of your incredible journey. It has truly been an honor to share this sacred space with you. Remember, you are the creator of your reality, the ruler of your own magnificent kingdom. Go forth and shine.